Hello and welcome to EDLT 590 for Spring 2015. I am Susie Bussman, your instructor for assessing and evaluating online teaching and learning. Woot woot, you've arrived at the home page for our course. And there are some steps to getting started. If you'll follow these lovely steps listed here, you will get off to a good start. I do want to mention at the very beginning here, communication is key to success in just about any endeavor, and this is particularly true in an online course. So my contact information is listed on the home page and will remain listed on the home page throughout the course at the bottom, and it is also listed in the syllabus. I can be reached through multiple channels. You can see phone numbers listed here. You are welcome to text me at this cell number. I prefer that you contact me via the inbox in Canvas or Conversations, and I generally respond within 24 hours or sooner. There's a secondary email that you can contact me at in case you're not getting the response you need at the primary Canvas inbox contact. I'm available in Skype, and here's some directions here about how to contact me in Skype. So basically to please ping me before you actually call me in Skype. I sometimes hang out in Google Talk, and I'm on Twitter, and I will be using hashtag EDLT590, and you are welcome to use this hashtag and tweet away to your fellow adventurers in EDLT 590. And I cannot stress the importance of being proactive in your communications and telling me things before, if at all possible, before something happens in your personal life or even your professional life that might interfere with your participation in this course. Gosh forbid, but anyway, I do want to also make sure that you know that we have a course orientation for January 21st, which is a Wednesday, from 7:30 to 8:30 in the evening, Mountain Standard Time. And our orientation will happen in conferences right here in our course. We'll take a look at that at the course menu here on the left. And attendance is mandatory. And that means you either attend in real time, synchronously, or you look at the recording and participate asynchronously. There is an assignment attached to this webinar. And the recording link will be provided after the event in a couple of different places, and I'll try to remember to point those out as we take our course tour. Hopefully you received the welcome and getting started letter. I might have missed a few of you, but you can access the welcome and getting started letter right here by clicking on this link. If you are not familiar with Canvas, here are some resources to help you get more comfortable in this environment. There's the FAQs, which is a website. There are videos that are produced here. And then there is the Canvas student guide, which is very user-friendly. I use the instructor guide when I'm flummoxed by something. Now, the syllabus and the schedule are listed and linked in multiple places. You click on that link, and this document will load. It is a Google Doc. Please pay attention to the revision date because things do change, and I try to keep you updated on that so that you know if something is going to impact your performance or participation in this course. And then the schedule is listed here. Yes, this is one form of the schedule. It's kind of a more detailed version of the schedule, and it helps to keep you on track. It has some of the same information as the assignments list or the schedule that we'll look at inside Canvas. Now, the welcome video is the one I'm going to be making and sticking in right here with a transcript. Program and course learning objectives. This is really course and unit learning objectives. I should update that. But we do have some learning goals for our course. There are 6 of them listed here. If you wanted to know, well, how am I supposed to meet or demonstrate meeting those course learning outcomes, There are assignments listed here that show you how these goals can be met at a global level through the assignments in the course. And then we have our learning outcomes or learning objectives for our 5 units, which constitute the structure of our course. We'll take a little closer look at that when we tour the modules. Going back to our home page, very easy to navigate in this course using your menu options over here. Everybody has their sort of way of doing things. There are also some additional resources in our modules, and we'll be looking at these, but these are also linked. Course resources, learner support services, and then your Unit 1 Getting Started module. And we also have a dedicated tech help and more discussion that stays live throughout the course, so anytime that you're having a tech or have a question about the course, a tech issue or have a question about the course, please post both your questions or issues here and help your peers out and respond as well. I am not the only person with knowledge about what's going on in this course. So please follow your getting started steps, and hopefully you're watching this video and learning some useful stuff. And now we're going to go over to the course menu over here to the left. I use announcements frequently in the course. Our instructional week runs from Tuesdays at 10 a.m. to the following Tuesday at 10 a.m. And at the beginning of every instructional week, so usually a Tuesday morning or within 24 hours of that Tuesday 10 a.m., I post the weekly announcement, and then I am known to also post announcements like reminders and comments or highlighting useful resources throughout the course as needed. So you can see here I've already got the course orientation video here, and once the link and the recording becomes available, the link will be posted here. But this will be updated, and we'll take a look at how you can set up your notifications in your Canvas profile area such that you can have this information pushed out to you through the channels that you prefer. These links here under the course syllabus, the complete syllabus and the printable schedule, once again go to these Google Docs, which are updated, and I will keep you aware of the updates. And here is the assignment list, which acts also as a schedule. The nice thing is that it interfaces with the calendar. But the detail that's in this spring schedule shows you that for discussions, there isn't just one discussion post, because we have discussions in all our units, but actually you are expected to post and respond pretty much every week throughout the 3 weeks of each unit, because that's generally how our 15 weeks play out. 5 3-week units. So next we'll go to modules. This course is organized in modules. Here's our course. Here are our course resources. Once again, syllabus schedule, learning objectives, some things we've already looked at and navigated to through other venues, but they're also listed here. We use APA, or you are expected to use APA formatting and to cite in your discussions. If you're not familiar with APA, or even if you are, the online writing lab from Purdue is a great place to go check out the APA style conventions. We also have an assess and eval DGO group. This only takes you to the landing page, but just so you know that it's there. Here's our tech help and more discussion board, which will be active throughout the course. The learner support services. If you need to access the library resources that are available online from our NMSU library, or technology support for students, any of these learner support resources are linked here for your convenience. They do go off-site. You do have to deal with the representatives from these various departments or units, but we put them here in case you need to access them. And now we are looking at our 5 units that constitute our course, from beginning January 15th through Friday, May 8th. And so assessment and evaluation basics are what get us started. I'm going to skip to actually Unit 2 right at the moment, just to demonstrate that every unit has an overview, which is your 10,000 foot view. Please start by just getting a feel for what is going to happen in each unit by looking at the unit overview. Once again, here are learning objectives. Tells you if there are any scheduled events. To point out every unit. After Unit 1, we have an optional unit webinar that happens in the first week of each unit, and you can receive extra credit for attending and participating in these webinars. They are optional, but once again, can be very helpful, especially if you have questions and things. If you have a question, probably a classmate has the exact same question. And usually every unit has readings. Do these first. And they are from our one textbook as well as linked resources and video resources on the internet. There are ongoing discussions, and the discussions happen every week per the schedule. And then you have a deliverable for each unit, a major learning product, so to speak. You have a personal learning plan that you are working on throughout the semester, and we'll learn more about that when we dig into the orientation on the 21st. And then here is the information about extra credit opportunities. But that is the basic structure for every unit. I can see one thing I need to update right away. And then the modules also contain a much more in-depth curriculum guide that takes that 10,000 foot view and brings it right down to ground level, because here are the actual readings that you are pointed to. They are linked. Here are the discussion parameters, and here are the detailed instructions for that deliverable for that particular unit, and more information about the personal learning plan. Yes, you can revise assignments in this class and resubmit them. There are some restrictions, so please be aware of those restrictions in order to get your resubmitted assignments in on time. And the basic restriction is if you have a Unit 2 assignment that you're revising and resubmitting, you have until the last day of the following unit to get it submitted, because I do not want to have people tsunami me at the end of the semester with all their revised assignments, because I just won't have time to grade them, which is unfair to you, and it's just not good time management for me or for you, actually. So we use modules throughout this course as a way to organize the materials and help you organize and manage your time, so you know what to do, in what order, and what resources to access, and how to submit your assignments. And we'll be digging into a Unit 1 and taking a closer look at some of the other aspects of the course in the course orientation. Yes, we have discussions, which you've already noted and I've already noted. We have pin discussions. These are the discussions that are happening now. And so when you log into the course, at the beginning of course, we're doing the pre-assessment discussion and the introductions discussion, and the tech help and the extra credit pretty much stay happening throughout the semester. We have a discussion thread for each of the following units, and as discussions are closed, I am going to be moving them down here and moving other ones up here, the ones that are au courant, as they say. Assignments is where you submit assignments when it's not through just through the discussion, because you do submit your assignments through discussion, but of course there are other types of assignments besides discussions that you can that you are expected to submit, and so assignments is where that happens. The only thing we have under quizzes are your pre and post. And we do have an evaluation, quick eval survey. But for the immediate unit, the assessment and evaluation basics, you'll be doing the pre-assessment in Unit 1. And in Unit 5, where we wrap it up, you'll be doing the post-assessment. And this is where you access those assignments. Grades, of course, is where you will find your grades. People in our class. If you want to know, get that one snapshot overview, here are the people that are currently listed in EDLT 590. And collaborations, I use collaborations as much as possible where appropriate and when appropriate. And we already have things in here that you will be needing right off the bat in Unit 1. Your personal learning plan, which is the deliverable for Unit 1. Here's the template. And I will be demoing how you actually use this resource to create your own PLP. And in Unit 1, you Skype with me about your personal learning plan, and you can click on here, access the calendar that I set up for this event, and schedule a day and time per what's on the calendar that works for you. Now, conferences. This is where we do our web conferencing. Yay, now that Adobe Connect is directly linked to the conferences. So you, when it's the evening of January 21st, you are coming here, logging into your course, clicking on conferences, and then when I start the conference, this will become live. You can click on this and enter your name, and vavoom, you are in the conference. And this is concluded conferences is where the link to the recording will be listed, so you can easily access that. So that's the drive-by on the structure navigation of our EDLT 590. For those of you who have been in other OTL courses, it's going to look awfully familiar. There's a lot of consistency, or we think there's a lot of consistency across our courses. Now, I also want to point out in the upper right-hand corner, clicking on your name, you can fill out your profile. You're encouraged to do that. This is where you set your notifications about how you, what information you want pushed out to you, how you want it pushed out to you, and I highly encourage you to spend a little time in here. Now we're going to go find out, how do I set up these communication channels? And that's under settings. And this is where you add the emails, the other types of contact information, or your channels that you want the information to be pushed, what information you want pushed out through those channels. And then your registered services. When you first log in, if you have not set this up, these services will all be listed over here. And then as you drag and drop them over here, they become your registered services, and then you add information as requested to those registered services. So that one of the things that happens in collaborations, for example, I have registered my Google Docs under this email. So this is where the collaboration is going to be. It's going to be in my Google account under this email. So with that, the last thing we're going to visit is the inbox, the conversations, where we started, where I talked about please use the conversations and inbox and Canvas to communicate with me. And this is where you can compose a new message, and when you have a message, you can reply or do a reply all. And you can filter your messages either way through the courses, so that immediately, if there were messages associated with our course, they would come here. And so if I picked a 2014 spring, these are all our 2014 spring emails from a year ago. And so with that, I will sign off. This has been longer than I expected, and I look forward to working with you this spring in EDLT 590. And I encourage you to contact me and communicate. Good things, bad things, questions, whatever it is. For now, Ciao, and let's have a great learning semester.